The show starts in
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Shibbly wobbly, dibbly dobbly, shibbly wibbly dobbly, shibbly dobbly, shibbly wobbly, dibbly dobbly, wibbly dobbly, shibbly dobbly, whoa. Sing. Oh. Fight fans. This is the 13th round where we discuss all things boxing, never boxing. And on this edition of the 13th round, we will talk about the home stretch of boxing in 2024. We will also preview some of the big fight cards in the first quarter of 2025. We will also pose the question, did William Zepeda duck Shakur Stevenson? And we will talk about the boxing biopic coming out on Christmas Day. But before we get into it, how we do it, get your ass up off the wall and on the dance floor and be sure that you hit the damn like button. Mike Tyson was defeated by Jake Paul via unanimous decision. We'll go over this fight and fight card really quick. But I just have to address some things about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. You got a lot of boxing fans, boxing casuals, boxing purists, feeling sorry for Mike Tyson. You hear, poor Mike, why did Jake Paul fight an old Mike Tyson? Mike was too old to get in the ring. Mike Tyson was the same age when he signed the contract. And not that I agree with Jake Paul fighting a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, but let's not say poor Mike Tyson. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson made 20 M's in 16 minutes of work. I don't know if that's registering to you, but Mike Tyson made $20 million in 16 damn minutes. Now, that's enough money to get Elon Musk to call Mike Tyson and ask him for a loan. Now, I ain't no pocket watcher, but Google says that Elon Musk annual income is $10 million. Now, of course, Google has no idea, really. They're just guesstimating like we are. But according to Google, he makes $10 million a year. Mike Tyson made $20 million in 16 minutes. So it's not poor Mike Tyson. It's poor you, poor me, poor us. Because Mike Tyson got to the bag. You hear me? And as far as, gauging Jake Paul, I'm also hearing people saying Jake Paul looked better than he ever did. It's kind of hard for me to gauge it, being that Netflix was buffering the whole time. But not only that, how can you gauge Jake Paul, who is arguably probably in the prime of his life, when he's fighting a 60-year-old man in 14-ounce gloves in 2-minute rounds, 8 rounds at that, 2-minute rounds, 14-ounce gloves, 60-year-old man. I can't gauge that shit, man, please. So, it's hard for me to gauge it. Yeah, I mean, I knew the fix was in. Did y'all see that Mike Tyson interview? Mike Tyson was interviewed by a young lady. She was no more than 14 years old, and I'm giving her a teenager, man. This girl might have been between 10 and 12 years old, interviewing Mike Tyson. And I knew the fix was in. She asked him about legacy and what he thought about legacy. And this is what Mike Tyson had to say.
Turn to the ring. For this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Please. Please, get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Mike, what are you saying? I love Mike Tyson. I do. But this is a very impressionable young lady at an age where you could say something that could just maybe change her whole mindset. And Mike says some of the most dark, diabolical words that he could have said. I mean, he was truthful, I guess. I mean, maybe he felt legacy didn't matter anymore, and I guess legacy don't matter. If I'm going to make $20 million in 16 minutes, I ain't selling my soul or nothing, but get it, Mike, but God, man, I think he could have handled that interview just a little bit better. Well, big shout out to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul getting to the bag. The co-main event on that card was Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. And straight up and down the street, listen, I thought Amanda Serrano should have got the decision in that fight. Serrano landed the cleaner, more effective punches throughout the bout, and she controlled the ring until she got a headbutt, and that headbutt opened up a cut above Amanda Serrano's eye. Man, I mean, it was wide open. You hear me? Like, shout out to Houston 500. That's old school Houston 620. I don't know if y'all know about that, but big shot, Google it, Houston 500. But the cut looked like Houston 500. And Amanda Serrano, she was fighting Katie Taylor and the referee in the ring because for the longest in that bout, the referee refused to even warn Katie Taylor about the headbutts leading with her head. It's like the referee went, the referee has to talk to both fighters before the fight in the back in the dressing rooms. It's like the referee of that fight went to Katie Taylor's dressing room and said, look, Katie, I don't give a shit about no headbutts. You can headbutt as many times as you like. But the minute that you have headbutted her more than you've jabbed her, then I have to take a point. And that's exactly what happened. I'm telling you, around the 6th round, shit, Katie Taylor might have landed the same amount of jabs as she did headbutts on Amanda Serrano. It was completely ridiculous. That gash changed the fight a little bit. Blood was pouring into Amanda Serrano's eye, face, mouth. It was brutal. It was brutal. Made for a good show on the card. And I thought Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano stole the show. Of course, that was a big boxing fight. A lot of meaning in that fight. But yeah, I thought Serrano should have gotten a decision or at the least a draw. And what baffled me about this was, I thought for sure Serrano would get the decision, being that not only did the referee take a point from Katie Taylor, I thought Serrano won it regardless if the ref would have taken the point or not. But this was a most valuable promotions event. Amanda Serrano is signed to MVP Promotions, and I just thought maybe she'd get the nod, but hey, boxing stayed true to what boxing really is. Katie Taylor got that decision. Now, Katie Taylor did have success in those later rounds, but I just do not believe it was enough to get the nod on the judges' scorecards. Anywho, big shout out to Amanda Serrano for fighting through the blood, and big ups to Katie Taylor on her second defeat of Amanda Serrano. Right now, we will have a quick message from Mr. Jeremy Zero Hill.
Yo, this Jeremy Zero Hill. You're watching Rounds Boxing Club. Yo.
Christmas Day, boxing's newest biopic. In layman's terms, biopic is a movie, like a biography. How a book is a biography, it's a movie based on a true story. It's a biopic, and the name of the movie is going to be The Fire Inside, coming out Christmas Day, and it's going to be a movie about Clarissa Shields' journey to becoming a two-time Olympic gold medalist for the United States of America. Now, with that being said, I can't wait to see the movie. I think it's going to be a great movie. I love boxing movies. And speaking of, right now, we are going to talk about my top 10 favorite boxing movies. Now, this is in no particular order, but these are my top 10 favorite boxing movies. At number 1, you got to go with Rocky 1. Now, we're going to put the whole Rocky genre under number 1, but my favorite Rocky is the original Rocky. It is just it's so raw, and it's so real. It's really surreal. I really enjoy it. Sometimes life imitates art, and I thought Sylvester Stallone did a good job of not only producing or directing that movie, whatever he did, but he also did a good job playing Rocky in the movie. Great casting. Number 2, we got Robert De Niro starring in Raging Bull. Now, that movie is about Jake LaMotta, and you watch that movie, you kind of see Jake LaMotta having his rivalry with Sugar Ray Robinson throughout the movie, and it details his triumphs and struggles throughout his life and boxing career. Wonderful movie. Wonderful classic movie to watch. At number 3, we got Diggstown. And Diggstown is a wonderful movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. Not a true story, but Diggstown has Louis Gossett Jr., has a really deep storyline. If you guys haven't seen it, came out, I want to say, late 80s, early 90s. You guys go check out Diggstown. At number 4, we got a boxing comedy / parody. I love this movie, but it's The Great White Hype. Funniest boxing movie I've ever seen in my life. You got Samuel L. Jackson in the movie. He's playing like a Don King character. You got Jamie Foxx in the movie. You got Damon Wayans. Need I say more? Look, if you haven't checked out The Great White Hype, or if you need a laugh and you love boxing, be sure to go check out The Great White Hype. At number 5, we got Michael B. Jordan in the whole Creed series. You got to love Creed. You got to put Creed in there. It's like the godson of Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Even though Sylvester Stallone is no longer involved in the production of the Creed movies. I believe that started in Creed 2 or Creed 3. Michael B. Jordan has been doing a great job with the franchise. At number 5, we have Creed. Coming in at number 6, we got Denzel Washington playing Reuben Carter in The Hurricane. Reuben Carter's ring moniker was the Hurricane. That's why the movie is named The Hurricane. But if you guys don't know, Reuben Carter was falsely incarcerated for a crime that he did not commit. And the movie details his release from prison. At number 7, we got Will Smith checking in with Ali. And also we have my favorite interviewee, Mr. James Lights Out Tony, playing Joe Frazier in that movie. But Ali, of course, is a great movie. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that movie, but that's one of my favorites. At number 8, we got $1 Million Baby. Clint Eastwood stars in this movie. He is not a boxer. He is the trainer in this movie. And this is about a female fighter. I cannot remember the female's name who starred in the movie, but $1 Million Baby is a great boxing movie for those of you who may not have seen it. At number 9, we got Chuck, which is about Chuck Wepner. For those of you who don't know, Chuck Wepner was a famous journeyman back in the 70s. Wepner got his ass whooped by damn near everybody. But Wepner was a bleeder. He bled damn near in every fight. But I don't think Chuck Wepner was ever stopped. He was famous for, especially in his hometown, knocking down Muhammad Ali in their fight. And a lot of people say he tripped Muhammad Ali, but a punch was landed. Referee ruled it as a knockdown. It was a knockdown. So, that's a good movie. And also a quick tidbit about that movie. The Rocky franchise was actually made with Chuck Wepner in mind. Rocky was made about Chuck Wepner. So, pretty cool movie. At number 10, we're going to go with Grudge Match. And ironically, this movie stars Robert De Niro, who played Jake LaMotta in The Raging Bull, and Sylvester Stallone, who played Rocky in Rocky. And these two are older men at the time, and they have a past, and they end up fighting towards the end of the movie, but that movie is hilarious as well. So that's also a boxing comedy, but those are my 10 favorite boxing movies. So let's keep it moving. Let's talk about William Zepeda. William Zepeda took on Tevin Farmer a few weeks ago, and Zepeda did not look impressive at all. Zepeda won a split decision, I believe, and Zepeda got hit a lot in that fight. Tevin Farmer landed the cleaner, more effective shots. Tevin Farmer even dropped William Zepeda at a point in the fight. Now, William Zepeda, I believe he should have gotten a victory on activity. He was a lot more busier than Tevin Farmer in that fight, and I do believe that he secured more rounds. But he did not look impressive doing so. But I think it was the perfect tune-up fight for a Shakur Stevenson. Now you know where you are at. Thank God you guys didn't fight back in October. But now William Zepeda should know where he stands. But the news has came out that William Zepeda has now pulled out of his early 2025 clash with Shakur Stevenson. William Zepeda has pulled out of that fight. And, he's claiming he has an injury, but the promoters, either he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't feel confident in himself, or the promoters don't feel confident in Zepeda. And now, who the hell is Shakur Stevenson going to fight? It's not a lot of 135-pound fighters over with matchroom boxing that we want to see Shakur in the ring with. You know what I mean? But Shakur Stevenson is in negotiations as we speak with Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin. So that will be interesting to see if that fight does materialize, I think the fight between Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield is actually a better fight than Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. So, I'm really disappointed in William Zepeda. Even though that performance was lackluster, I still, thought you'd want to get in the ring with Shakur Stevenson, get in the gym, get right. You know what I mean? Take advantage of his ring rust. But now, Zepeda's going a different route. Truth be told, William Zepeda is not as hard as we thought he was.
Tyrell Williams, he beats Cox.
We can't turn the we can't turn the clock back.
Has been blown away by Crabtree's hands and his ability to suck in these balls. Exploding up the middle and riding digs backwards.
2 inches short, maybe less. Story of my life. Hines has been coming all night long, but then he pulls out and it's just hard. It's been a while since he's seen a hole that big.
At this big arena, it was a blessing. I was taking it all in.
Our secondary question.
No Diddy.
Adrian, two quickies. Over here.
Even versus Crawford at the ballpark, fuck me. I mean, this table's about to jump up in a minute. That's got me really excited.
Oh no!
Wait a minute.
No Diddy.
But we only ask them to come up for the show for 3 times every year. But they can come as many times as they want to. A lot of men come every Saturday. Mm-hmm. But I know if I ask a brother to come 5, 6, 7, 8 times, I'm gonna lose him.
God damn.
So like I say, that leaves Shakur Stevenson with no one to fight early next year. Floyd Schofield has stepped up to the plate. And yeah, it just looks bad on William Zepeda. And today is Black Friday, ladies and gentlemen, which means yesterday was Thanksgiving Thursday. And Thursdays just aren't right without Oscar De La Hoya anymore. And so we're going to turn the show over to Oscar, and we're going to have Clap Back Thursday.
It's your favorite time of the week again. It's time for a special Thanksgiving edition of Clap Back Thursdays. I know your fat asses are ready for some facts and laughs, so let's get into it. Look, I'm not sure if you saw the press conference for the upcoming exhibition fight of Ryan Garcia versus Ruquilla Anpo.
Bruh.
It took place in LA on Tuesday, and I was not there because Ryan's team thought they could negotiate this entire deal behind my back. What? Huh? Everyone is aware I have the global rights to Ryan Garcia's fights. So what the fuck? When you sign a contract, it means it's legally binding and means you must abide by the terms or risk getting sued. Which is what we unfortunately have to do if Golden Boy is not included in this fight. And for any asshole who says I'm trying to block this fight, you are fucking stupid and fucking wrong. I want Ryan to make money. I want him to fight. But I demand he honors his contract. I mean, let's say you grew some balls and started a business. Would you as the owner let things slide and give certain people a pass?
What?
Would you just take it in the ass? No, you wouldn't. And neither am I. In other news, Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda was all set to happen until William injured his hand while fighting Tevin Farmer last weekend. So you would naturally think Shakur would start targeting, I don't know, a Frank Martin or a Murataya, some other world champion, right? No. Shakur and Lone Samedi made an offer to my 22-year-old prospect, Kid Austin, who has no world championship experience.
Come on, man.
This is exactly what I mean when I say Eddie doesn't know how to build a career. Look, Bob Arum built Shakur Stevenson to become a world champion. And in his first fight with Matthew, you actually want to put him in with a prospect, Eddie?
Come on now, dog.
I didn't think it could get any lower for you, but it does. And that brings me to my next topic. So, Eddie, you made a fool of yourself in the ring in Dallas after the Katie Taylor fight? and the co-founder of Jake Paul's company, Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa Bidarian, is questioning your erratic behavior.
I think what's really telling is if you go to the Matchroom social media handles, post-fight, they didn't post Katie Taylor.
Bruh.
They posted the 126 fighter that they have from Sky Nicholson.
Bruh.
Why are you positioning her against Amanda versus celebrating Katie's massive moment?
Bruh.
I think I may know the answer. What? It's no secret Eddie and Sky Nicholson have been linked romantically since 2022. Rumors have been flying throughout the boxing community about them for years. And as I investigate further, it's becoming clear that there's likely some unethical and preferential treatment happening here.
Bruh.
Here you are in Miami with Sky outside a club. You look mighty uncomfortable walking away from the camera as soon as you saw it. You guys look pretty cozy. Eddie, when you should have been focused on promoting the trilogy between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, which would likely be the biggest women's fight ever in history, you were focused immediately on setting up your rumored girlfriend to fight Amanda Serrano? You made it too obvious, my man. No wonder you're like, what, 0-16 this year? You're distracted as hell.
Bruh.
Eddie,
Bruh.
I know you're a trust fund kid and nobody showed you how men are supposed to behave.
Bruh.
So here's a few lessons.
Bruh.
We don't get our steaks well done.
Bruh.
We don't wear like baby Bjorns.
Bruh.
We don't go to brunch.
Bruh.
And we sure as hell don't shit where we eat.
Bruh.
Get it together, dude. And I guess I was wrong about one thing. You're not Lonesome Eddie. You're linked to several women. So you're phony Eddie.
Bruh.
And Canelo,
Bruh.
I'm glad you're eating turkey today because your beef is tainted. Fuck you. Remember, kids, you're never a hater when you only speak the facts.
I'm still pissed off with William Zepeda. And that's leading me to pose today's question of the day. All right, today's question of the day is, since William Zepeda looked bad against Tevin Farmer and has now pulled out of his fight with Shakur Stevenson, do you as a boxing fan think that William Zepeda ducked Shakur Stevenson? Right now, we are going to open the phone lines. Phone lines are now open. You can reach us here at 213-495-7337. I had to make sure that was the right number. That's right. It's 213-495-PEDs. 213-495-PEDs. 7337. Listen, we do not agree with cheating in boxing, but Antonio Margarito, if he didn't teach us anything else, he taught us if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You can reach us once again at 213-495-PEDs. David Benavidez versus David Morrell. Somebody's O has got to go. This fight has been scheduled to take place and has been signed for January 25th at the light heavyweight limit of 175 pounds. This is going to be a wonderful bout. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this much about this fight. Some people think that this is too early for David Morrell, but I think David Morrell is right in his prime. Granted, he did not look good in his last fight, but neither did David Benavidez. And also, I believe if David Morrell is going to win this fight, it will be in the first half of the fight. So stamina won't be an issue for Morrell if he's going to win the fight. I think it will be early. But if that fight goes past 6 rounds, yeah, I like Benavidez to get the job done. David Morrell absolutely gassed out in his last showing. Benavidez had moments where he looked a little gassed at 175, but he pushed through and weathered that storm a little bit better than David Morrell. Morrell hasn't fought a lot of 12-round fights, let alone going 12 rounds. So listen to me when I'm telling you. If this fight goes past 6 rounds, advantage David Benavidez. I'm telling you now. That's going to be a wonderful way to start off 2025. The co-main event on that fight card is going to be Cool Boy Stephen Fulton will be back in action in a rematch with Brandon Figueroa. And if you guys remember that first fight with Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa, a lot of people thought Brandon Figueroa should have got the nod, or that should have been a draw. Brandon Figueroa did wonderful work in the later rounds of that fight, good body work, and he was hitting Stephen Fulton with some volume. That will be an interesting co-main event. Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol, another rematch, is scheduled to take place February 22nd. That is the targeted date for this event. And again, this fight will be in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And this card is setting up to be dynamite. Man. And speaking of dynamite, on the card, this card is full of main event fights. Every last fight on the card for Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev, the way it is being planned, is a main event fight. You got the main event being Bivol and Beterbiev, the rematch, of course. And I don't know what the hell the co-main event is going to be. It could be either one of these fights, but you got Dynamite Daniel DuBois taking on Joseph Parker. Then you got Jerron Boots Ennis verbally agreeing to fight Virgil Ortiz. That's action-packed. I can't even call that fight. Then you got Carlos Adames fighting Hamzat Shiraz. That's going to be an action-packed thriller. And then you got another heavyweight fight with Ziley Big Bang Zhang taking on Ajit Kabayel. And you know styles make fights. Big Bang Zhang is a power puncher, one of the heaviest punchers in the heavyweight division. And he's taking on one of the best boxers, a giant killer in Ajit Kabayel. I, for one, cannot wait to February 22nd. Hopefully all these bouts do materialize on this Riyadh season card. One thing about the Riyadh season cards, man, you get a lot of upsets. They definitely give you your money's worth out in Riyadh. Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach has been scheduled for March 1st, 2025. And this undercard of this fight is it's all right. It'll do, I guess. It's okay. You got now the co-main event is fire. You got Jose Valenzuela, Rayo. He will be taking on Gary Antoine Russell at 140 pounds, defending his belt. That's going to be a wonderful contest. But then you got Jamal Charlo taking on Thomas Lamana. Yeah. Then you got Amanta Stanionis taking on Shakram Giasov. Giasov. I probably butchered his last name, but but the main event should be pretty good with Tank. Nobody really likes to see this fight, more of a stay busy fight for Tank. But, I look forward to watching any Tank Davis fight. He gives the boxing fans what we want to see, and that's good boxing and knockouts. Now, let's talk about the home stretch of 2024. Tomorrow night, November 30th. Well, really tomorrow during the daytime. This fight is in the afternoon. You got Sonny Edwards taking on Galal Yafai, and that's going to be a really wonderful fight. I'll probably go live for that fight. I didn't do a prediction. I'm leaning more towards Sonny Edwards. I think he has more big fight experience. I don't think he's the favorite in the fight. I have to check the books. I have not looked. Next week after that, December 7th, we got the last big top-ranked card in the United States of the year. You got a card full of rematches. You got the rematch between Emmanuel Navarrete and Oscar Valdez. We all know Emmanuel Navarrete won that first fight between him and Oscar Valdez. You also have Giovanni Santillan taking on Frederick Lawson. And that should be a pretty good fight. Another rematch on that card. You got the co-main event for that card. This is going to be a fire fight right here. You got Rafael Espinosa taking on Robeisy Ramirez. Now, we all know Robeisy Ramirez is the highly touted Olympic contender who did Robeisy beat? Robeisy beat Shakur Stevenson. Matter of fact, Robeisy Ramirez beat Shakur Stevenson in the Olympics. And Robeisy Ramirez did lose to Rafael Espinosa in their first meeting, and this will be the rematch. I'm really looking forward to see how Robeisy bounces back in his second time fighting Rafael Espinosa. And if Espinosa can prove that it was no fluke. You know, Espinosa can box, though. I don't think it was a fluke. Robeisy Ramirez just lost. Hopefully he comes out with a better game plan if he does intend to win this fight. Over on the Zone, December 7th, we have Richardson Hitchens taking on Liam Parrow. That should be a pretty, hopefully not boring fight. Richardson Hitchens sometimes, if I'm Liam Parrow, man, jump on Hitchens early. He needs to jump on Richardson Hitchens early, win some early rounds. If Richardson Hitchens gets in his groove, it could be a long night for Liam Parrow. The following week, December 14th, is the return of Jaime Munguia, who will be taking on Bruno Sarachi. More of a stay busy fight for Jaime Munguia. He should take care of business. Not on the same fight card, but on the same weekend of December 14th, you have Natasha Jonas stepping back into the ring, taking on Ivana Habazin. Also, you got Alexis Rocha stepping in the squared circle with Raul Curiel. That should be an interesting bout. And the following week, December 21st, we have the granddaddy finale of 2024. We have the rematch for the heavyweight championship of the world, and it's not the undisputed because Daniel Dubois does hold a piece of the heavyweight championships, but you got the rematch between Alexander Usyk and the Gypsy King Tyson Fury, taking place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia once again. And the co-main event on that fight card is going to be Israel Madrimov taking on Sergey Boychuk, which should be a wonderful fight as well. We know Israel Madrimov is coming off the loss to Terrence Bud Crawford, and Sergey Boychuk gave a very valiant effort in his last fight against I believe he fought Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, against Virgil Ortiz. And I want to say he put Virgil Ortiz down 2 or 3 times in that fight. That fight could have been a draw. I don't know if Virgil Ortiz beat Boychuk. But yeah, if you guys are interested in betting on any of these fights, be sure to listen to this promo if you need a new bet engine. Exciting news. Here at Rounds Boxing Club, we are thrilled to announce our partnership with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert, opening up an incredible opportunity for you to cash in on some of the best odds and new user offers. If you're looking to take your betting game to the next level, then I highly suggest that you sign up for your next sportsbook using my sign up for link, which can be found in the description of this video. Don't miss this incredible opportunity to elevate your betting game. I will see you guys in the winner's circle. Peace. Now look, we all know that the paparazzi can be very intruding and disrespectful. And apparently, Floyd Mayweather's bodyguards just don't play that shit.
Floyd, really?
That's Floyd Money Mayweather.
The what?
about to crash trying to
It don't matter. We got the money.
We outside. We can film.
We got the money.
Film all we want. What you trying to get, Froggy, fam?
Yeah, we got Drake on it.
You trying to get Froggy, fam? What? Nigga, I'm recording, bro.
Why you recording?
Nigga, hold on, man. Hold on, fam. Hold on, fam. I can record anytime I want to, bro.
You can't record this man.
I can record anytime I want to, bro.
You don't want to get recorded. He said don't record it. Man, get out on face. Fuck, nigga.
Bro, I was going to
record. You say you security, bitch? Bro, we black, bro. I know, but...
Damn. It's a lot to unravel with that right there. All right, y'all saw Floyd, but basically you got two guys, the guys who were recording. One guy's driving and recording, and then obviously he has a passenger with him. They are both, approached by Floyd Mayweather's security. And, the security doesn't want, or bodyguard, he doesn't want those guys filming Floyd, which is crazy. It's a free world, it's your phone, but one of the guys asked the bodyguard of Floyd Mayweather, what, you feeling froggy? And then right after that, in the same breath, the other guy says, we got Dracos in the trunk. Man, please, listen to me, man. Are you feeling froggy? We got Dracos in the trunk. That just don't go together, man. I don't believe you. But yeah, that's crazy. We got to get it together as people, man. Floyd, you ain't that big of an individual where people can't record you. You are a public figure. But for those people who did have something to say, Floyd, do you have a clap back for him?
These hating ass niggas can't fuck with me. It's like 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6. Hating ass niggas all in my mix. It's like 6 to the 7, 7 to the 8. The 38 specialist set these niggas straight. It's like 8 to the 9, 9 to the 10. This a freestyle, I ain't use no pen. We getting money, yep. We hustling, yep. We got them guns, yep. We buy the bar, yep. We got them cars, yep. We poppin' tags, yep. We ballin', yep. I said we ballin', yep. We getting money, yep. We hustling, yep. We got them guns, yep. We buy the bar, yep. We got them cars, yep. We poppin' tags, yep. We ballin', yep. I said we ballin', yep. It's like King Dong, I'm like King Kong. I play bitch niggas like ping pong. Got a lot of cheddar, young Mayweather. Got my shit straight, get your shit together. Real cocky, real flashy. You in the wrong lane, you can't pass me. They see the cars, they see the chips, they see the hoes, they on my dick. I make it storm, I make it rain.
Boy, that mug be jamming, don't it? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Also, I got to put this out there. My man, O'Shaquie Foster did reclaim his WBC title from Robson Conceição in their rematch. We know that in that first fight, Robson Conceição was robbed blindly. You know what I'm saying? So Robson Conceição did get that get back, got his championship title. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to rock out before we clock out. And right now, we are going to shout out some of our wonderful subscribers. All right, big shout out goes to Mr. Mechanical. Shout out my main man, Trizzy Dollars. Shout out Salvador Pinata. Shout out goes to Ray Walker. Shout out my main man, Bernie the Boxer. Shout out goes to Mr. Theo. Shout out my guy, Bliss Matthew. Shout out the Gadfly gang. Shout out to my man, James Tony. Shout out Fast Car, Eddie Hitman Hearn. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Coach Rounds, and this is the 13th round. You know the drill. As always, like, subscribe, protect yourself at all times. We out. Peace.